The most used option is simply a box stock. If we select that, you will see that a stock model was displayed on the part. And this option right here, copy model bounding box, that is a very useful button. What that does is it calculates and displays on the screen a stock box that is exactly the size of your part. So if you have a part on the screen, and I have obviously have just a simple, cavity insert here, but if you had a more complex part and you didn't know how much stock you're going to need, before you do anything, you can just go over here, click on the stock icon in the machining job, and select the copy model bounding box button, and it will tell you the length, width, and the height of your part. Okay, so this would be the minimum dimensions of the stock model that you would need in order to cut this part. Okay, so this button right here is very useful. You can use it not only for defining the stock, but for getting an understanding of how big your part is that you need to machine. Okay, they're off. Okay, so basically I was going over the copy model bounding box button. That's very important, very useful option to use. Now, you notice by selecting the stock icon from the machining job, you can also define a box stock. In other words, you can give it the dimensions of your stock right from this dialog. And you can also position where the stock is measured from, okay? So let's go back out of here and let's go back up to the stock menu and we'll go to box stock. Now you'll see that the dialog is virtually the same as if selecting the stock icon. I mentioned that you can assign a length, width, and height. Let's just do something different. Let's just do what was that? Let's just use 8 inches and we'll say 6 inches. And we'll just leave, we'll say 3 inches and we'll pick OK. So you'll see that we have a stock that's much larger than the part. Now you may need to do this at times if you have other things that you're cutting. Let's say you have 2 parts over here that you're cutting at the same time. You may need to have a stock that's bigger than any one of the parts. Okay, so the reason I showed that is in the box stock menu. I mentioned you can set the length, width, and height. Okay, you can copy the model bounding box. It'll snap to the dimensions of the part. But you can also tell it where on the part that you want this measured from. Currently, it's measured from the bottom left corner of the stock box, so right here. So it's the length, width, and height measured from this corner. Okay, but you can change that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in the bottom left corner.